Okay, I have hammered you with the measures of center, mean, median, and mode. And the point of the mean, median, and mode was to tell you about a lot of data with one number so they can be compared. Now we're focusing on measures of spread. Measures of spread tell you how spread out or variable a data set is. Another way for you to think about that is consistency. Does anyone here play netball or a sport or something? What are the scores in general for that? Because I'm not aware. I know like basketball is like 80 or something. Like what's a normal score for a game?
Like 20 to 30.
20. Let's say 20 to 30. So over the course of a season, can you sit down quickly? Over the course of a season, let's say you had your highest score was 35 and your lowest score was 20. How spread out is that? What is the difference between 35 and 20? 15. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. 15 is telling you how spread out that score is. Let's verse another team and let's say, okay, their highest score was only 28, but their lowest score was 25. What's the spread between that? 3. Which is the more consistent team? The second one. Okay, even though their highest score was less, they're sort of more reliable. Right? So that's what we're talking about here. Measures of spread tell you how variable the data set is. So what you should be aware of is something called the 5-number summary. I choose to teach this way, even though it's not in your year 10 book, because any level of maths that you do next year, you're going to have to be aware of this anyway. So you might as well teach what these 5 numbers are, because it makes learning the next 2 steps quick. What is the 5-number summary? The first number is the minimum. It's the smallest value in the data set. Whatever the smallest number is in your data is the minimum. Quartile 1, what is that? It's the median of the bottom half of the data set. I'll explain what we mean by top and bottom half when we do an example. The median is the median of the whole data set. Quartile 3 is the median of the upper half. And lastly, the maximum is the largest value in the data set. Can you please get those 5 points down about what the 5-number summary is? Because it will help for the rest of the topic. Do you need a pen at the back?
Yeah. Do you have a pencil?
If you are done with those 5 points, please have a read of that thing in red. The 5-number summary, you should only find it after you put the data in order. Why? Because I need the data in order to find the median anyway. And then I need the median to split my data into a bottom and a top half. So literally when you're being asked to find the 5-number summary of something, put the data in order. Remember, you get a cheat sheet for your test upcoming on this topic. Statistics, one-sided, A4 handwritten. Yeah, I think some people are still writing this, so I'll leave that up there because we have to do something to start off this example anyway, which is chucking the numbers in order. If I was asked to find the 5-number summary of this data set, is the data in order right now? Are those numbers in order? No? So I have to start off by doing that. What is the smallest number? What would I start off with if I was reordering this? 2. How many times? Yep, I agree. I only see 1, 2 there. Next. Is that it? Okay, next. Next. Is that it? 5, 6.
There's 2.
Oh, there's 2 5. Sorry, all right. My bad. 2 5. I see. I didn't look on the left. Thank you. 6. Yeah, thank you. Next.
7, 8,
Is that the only 8? Because we still got 2 spots there. Yep. And 9. Okay. So there'll be a YouTube recording and Mr. T failing to count numbers properly. Now, those numbers are in order. Why is that useful? To put it in order. Do I need a formula to tell me what the smallest number is? No. So you can literally circle. This is the min already. Do I need a formula to tell me what the max is? This is the max already. Now we need a formula. Because the median, you have a formula for the median, finding the middle of the data set in position. And then we also need the median of the bottom and the top half as well. So how many numbers do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That'll be on YouTube now as well. I count 13. I'm going to double check again, okay? Because I proved just before that I couldn't count numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13. You have a formula for finding the position of the median. Median is at the n plus 1 over 2 th position. So this is going to be 13 plus 1 over 2 th position. 13 plus 1, 14 divided by 2, 7th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. The second 5 is the median. Okay? So now that we've marked the middle, does that split the data into 2 halves? Do we have a half that's on the right and on the left? So the only trick here is if you have an odd number of data, one of the numbers is actually the median. 5 is the median. So what's the upper half? The upper half is everything above it, but not including the median. Everything below it, but not including the median. Okay? So now we can do quartile 1. What did we say quartile 1 was? It's the median of the bottom half of the data set. How many numbers are in the bottom half? Here, there are 6. So we can chuck that formula in. Median is 6 plus 1 over 2. Is that going to be a nice number? 6 plus 1, 7 over 2 is going to be 3.5. But what does that mean? Where is the median sitting if it's in the 3.5 position? Between what? 3rd and 4th. So the median of the bottom half is going to be between 3 and 4. What's the number that's exactly the average of 3 and 4? 3.5. So Q1 is going to be 3.5. And I can use this same form. This still applies. Because I split it correctly, there's also 6 numbers at the top. So what's the 3.5 position in the upper half? It's between what? 6 and 7 or 7 and 8? 7 and 8. So Q3 is going to be, what's exactly halfway between 7 and 8? 7.5. So those are your answers. The min is 2. The max is 9. The median is 5. Q1 is 3.5, Q3 is 7.5. Can I give you some time to get that example down, please? And then we can actually get to the measures of spread, which you'll see are quite easy because we've chosen to do the hard way here. Is that a science assignment you're chasing up? From
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like we should not even let us do it after we submitted, like, value of the day or whatever. But she takes 4 weeks.
no names. It's still no names. It's still recording.
That's fine.
You didn't say. I'm just warning you. You got a little nickname for that.
And it's like, I get it if you're marking it up. She's fine. If you want to mark it right after school, I get it. But you take 4 weeks to mark it up.
Well, that took a bit long. Your tests are quick, but DI's are long, so it took me a while. It took me like a week.
Yeah. I thought you were actually telling Carrie to put down there.
It was down for a bit. I was putting the grades up as it was finished. But yeah, assignments will always take me long because I have to actually read that you made sense. So some people did perfect maths, but they completely didn't interpret it right. So it can be annoying, but I have to read it, so it takes a while. Tests are easy because I know what the answer's meant to be, right? That's why I can pump them out.
Yeah, but like, how many words was that assignment?
She's been doing this since we finished our biology.
The better one, it was like an average. So some people just handed up maths, so that's pretty quick to mark. But the ones that put the effort in, maybe 1,000 to 2,000.
So like, times that by like 6 to 800, and she's taken 4 weeks, and not everyone handed it up.
Yeah, and she has feedback like
Okay.
minimal stuff.
Let's stop. You can whinge about me on the video, but not about other people.
Well, that's not as fun.
Let me do the example, and then I'll turn that off so you can roast people as much as possible. I'll move back up after. Why am I saying that we can do that quick? Because the actual measures of spread are the range. The range is the maximum, take the minimum. It's the biggest number, take the smallest. That's one of the measures of spread. The other measure of spread is called the interquartile range. The interquartile range is just Q3 take Q1. So I just want to quickly demonstrate how to find the range and interquartile range. I'll stop the recording and then I'll move up to that big chunky thing because your next example is not big and chunky. Just get that formula. Range is the max, take the min. And the interquartile range is Q3, take Q1.
It's the same data set.
It's the same data. That's why I just rewrote it here for convenience. That's why I copied and pasted it as well.
Yeah. Find the range of the quartile range from this Q.
So hopefully you'll see why I did the 5-number summary. Because is the max part of the 5-number summary? Is the min part of the 5-number summary? Is Q3 part of the 5-number summary? Is Q1? If you just find the 5-number summary of a data set, you can do these two things. There's no point in separating it into 2 different exercises. So we have that same data set from last time. We already circled. The min was 2. That's the min. Q1 was 3.5. Median is 5. Q3 is halfway between 7 and 8, which is 7.5. and the max is 9. So therefore, what's the range going to be? Range is equal to the max take the min. So it's going to be 9 take 2. What is that saying? This data has a spread of 7 between the highest number and the lowest. So it's not super consistent. IQR, the interquartile range. What's the spread of the middle 50%? Well, Q3 is 7.5 minus Q1 is 3.5. So what's the spread of the middle 50%? What's the interquartile range? 4. So I'll stop that recording so you can continue roasting.